so ladies and gentlemen, along the lines, you see, our program is so packed, but me as the moderator, I think I've been empowered to, modify our agenda during the day in the manner that will impact us the most. So I just wanted to say that in line with our policy of recognizing people who have worked so hard for this community in the past, I wanted to acknowledge the presence of one of the former CEOs who is here today in dual capacity, and that is the previous CEO and also Nkam Tongu. We acknowledge your presence. Okay. You may not know, but this convention was actually designed in a manner to be a dual convention. Dual means that it is a hybrid convention. But before I explain that to you, I also wanted to acknowledge the presence of a very important dignitary in our midst here. And this is Dr. Ndemanu Michael, who is the CEO of Lecudo USA. So we have, please, maybe nobody should crucify me, but there's also the presence of another former CEO who is here in dual capacity, and that is Nkam Kong, who is a former CEO of Lecudo USA. Nkam, I'm sorry. So, this is very critical for us. We may just be sitting here and looking at ourselves here, but there is something I want all of you to recognize. This convention is a hybrid convention. In other words, this convention is running on Zoom. People are watching you all in Cameroon, in Europe, all over the world, in South America. It is also running on Facebook. People are following up this convention from all over the world. So you need to behave yourself well today. Okay? So right now, Mrs. Mata Atawankang is going to continue with the moderation of the convention. Over to you, Mata.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. We know we're really running late. We have a very tight schedule. Please, if I give you the mic, I'm following your minutes. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but I will stop you as soon as your time is up. That said, I'm going to welcome the host of this convention. If not for him, we wouldn't have been here. We were thinking of doing a virtual one and getting to the chapters to see who could host us. So the president of Lecudo WDC talked with his team and they accepted to host us. So please, let's give a big hand of applause to Nkemalem and we welcome him. Nkem, I know you are a very good talker, but please, your time is 6 minutes. Thank you.
Zono Joan Buandam Yago le fond. Mintuandum Nanjoa Nyateme Yellow for Boyi Alangazatana le fond. Ntuan Munjoa have a four. The one chair more. But Kamala, the mafua. But come to my Lecudo stakeholders. Of course, most important but not the least, the folklore, and of course, the general convention audience. Be able to build the convention. I tell you about the word convention exists because we make that word. Without people, there is no convention. Of course, the word may exist, but it will not be practical. Unless you wear the cap that DC is wearing today, the world is before, and of course, they will continue to wear that cap. What I meant by that is hosting a convention. I will seize this opportunity not just Lecudo DC executive, but the entire Lecudo DC members. They've worked tirelessly for this convention to be what it is. And it's unfortunate that the hall is looking so scanty, but I can tell you that these people put in their best. Please help me give them a hand of applause. I will move on to also tell you that if you live in DC, if you know what DC is, you will agree with me that it is so hard, it's difficult to impromptu have a hall like this one for such an occasion. When the stakeholders decided that they were going to do an in-person convention, the first person that crosses my mind was Mbenwafwa. When they looked at DC. But I will tell you that I talked to a couple of people who owns hall, including our own people. But it was Ole Mbenwafwa who said, this is Lebang Hall. Again, I say it, he told me, in Kamalem, this is Lebang Hall. It did not end there. He had to turn down offers that would pay him more to go with the Lecudo USA budget. The reason I'm dwelling on this is so we understand. And he said, come, I am going to do that, but I'm not going to pay my convention due. I said, you will still pay it. But what will surprise you people is that Mbenwafwa paid $300 under DC chapter for him and his wife. So, May, I don't want to take too much time because they warned me. You did outstandingly. All the artifacts, the decoration here. Please, please, please. If you are alive, if I'm alive and I do good, tell me when I'm alive. Don't wait until we gather together. You say Kamalem was X, Kamalem was Y. Our family will hear it, friends will hear it, I won't hear it. So, May, thank you. So, yeah, with that said, I am just about to round up, but thank you, please, thank you. I'm just about to round up, but I would not end it all without telling you that the Bang people that have left from far and near to be here today, please, it is not every Lebang person that let go some other things to be here. Those that are here as those that carry Lebang at heart. And I'll say this and I will continue to say it. For a nation like America to be what it is today, some people pay the way, they pay it, and we are here today. And you are the one that are paving the way for Lebang. You are paying it for Lebang. And I want to say on behalf of DC chapter, you all are welcome to DC today. Thank you for coming. If you need a restroom, if you need any services, we are here to serve you. The restroom is this way, and I end here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Joy, we are the man, every year for. Enjoy have a four. Enjoy have a Kamala, enjoy have a Kam. Ma mami, ma baby, Ngwaso, my tiny, my mafua. And Njoa Woba, no cut me protocols, the convention won what windows in a first song, Alinsa song, a babin, the first will have a young fellow. Negi terava so njohaga ba all we will don't johanya land in way a song for what's and those in a first way I didn't wo a song be now good ba but cheer person nando song gong le bang ngu bu to foot for mango to war we will dear for the first song of me bulla
ebo le bang anyone one le bang or not a year for someone for the match on tea as a woman who's a below le bang agonzo ebulu mwaka mwa dose a song or zendio nchunu ni yate chuta abubu binten ba dan diole indo binzen konte gongwaza lengi gonyong na ku alaba melechem eba ko be wasna zogo nyong biga for the fam agon jio a bishop Julius Peter ngu la bisen kuta ba ga ali e chuta yi bugan jio mo nwi lenra le madame Kera agu jikuta wo dum wo nyong bu fu anwe kan zere kwite nwe wo madame Kera zore iwo tong le wo fokulari anti for fagi zizam jo lo kontaga alifu bi na diole bu na gu abunte ala joba benusa ebi executive wo agumo na faele bulongu ebang egonzo eno wo poza me mbo sante go chonti wo babate so we menusa me ba lo twitele ba and then chonga wo nyanju fontem asabatong iya bong le ba asifa so we mbo wo le ba zumwet atasen jole ngoriri asonzawa eba zuma sele mbusonga wongo anganga ma jufi jumoro walio nanjia awo elonku gongwa jegi eba jisonga ambogo beteriri asonza everyday ever convention wo bena songa we ina songa le ngwa ya kuwa songa mwe asonga mbela kwa songmale asonge ndoba ndionge mama mi uma papa indie fo ngoba ngang aba dio nous avons le cuité bango négligé ça va ji faire songo. So greetings to everybody here. Majority of the people have heard what I've said, and in particular I want to acknowledge the presence of the representative of the Fokulari movement here today because of what the Fokulari has done to the BLM. Thank you for coming and thank you for honoring our invitation. The rest, I will then hand over to my co-chair to talk to the youth and the children who are here today, and then we'll move forward.
Hello, everyone. I received the invitation from Lecudo CEO, Mr. Terence Atem, to be the co-chair for this convention. He didn't tell me why, but in my mind, I'm thinking that he put me as co-chair of this occasion so that I can enforce the capacity of two roles in this organization. The first being a youth population, if I can call myself that, and a woman, of course I am one. When I look at the future of our cultural associations, it propels my actions and my decisions to accept to serve. It is a very busy life for all of us. However, COVID-19, remember 19 is from 2019 and we're in 2021, has influenced a lot of our thinking. Life is short and fleeting. Individually, we need to reconstruct our thinking, making a difference. Asking not what our community has done for us, but what we have done for our community. Women are changing the world in many areas. Remember, we now have a female vice president in the US today, and Black too. We are good managers at our jobs, and we turn our houses into homes for our families. Why then do my Leban women sit back when it comes to Lecudo affairs? Remember, women are the backbone of every society. Not being a feminist here, but let's face it, women multiply a lot of things when given the opportunity. Rosa Parks started an activist movement on that bus that changed the trajectory for a lot of women in the world. We do not resort to such drastic actions because the invitation is already there for us. I implore my fellow Lebang women to step up and meet Lebang men on the table, be a part of the decision making that affects both women, men, and our children. Talking of our children, I'm sure we all have lofty goals for them. Our lawyers, our doctors, our engineers. Remember that their leadership roles can begin even before their careers. Back in Cameroon, we used to have youth wing of Lecudo. I remember getting to the US in 2008 and my first job interview. I had no experience here, but the fact that I'd been a member of Lecudo, I was able to use that as being able to work in a team. Our village association experiences do matter. Please encourage your children to be part of the change that we want to see. I grew up watching my father being a great presence in Lecudo activities and my mom being very active in both Lecudo and Lecudem. We need a generational transition. Let us not sit and wait for our traditions to be wiped out. Imagine how many of us will be turning in our graves in the very long future when we come to a Lecudo convention and we are able to say a single word in Nwe or able to dance Akonjang, Onkang, or Aluachaba. That fear should propel us to want to do more now. It is each of our responsibility. Let us make it happen. Because we have the know-how, let us channel our energy to a more meaningful contribution. I thank you for the opportunity to serve, and we pray for very successful deliberations today. Thank you.